who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, they've been proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Got it in the middle. It's the Sparks.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Smith dropping to pass. Get it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So Nebraska's offense will take the field for the first time. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback in the position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Yeah, and you could tell he was locked in. And plays are meant to go to certain guys, but sometimes you got to get back, you got to read the defense, and make a different decision if they play the right defense. And right there, that was one of those times.
Quick completion on the out route. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Etienne. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
From the gun, running back on the move. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
They'll ride the hot hand. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskers! guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Smith wants to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20th to 19-yard line.
You want to talk about versatility at the linebacker spot, and this guy is it. He had 2 interceptions in his last game. That's his first pick in this one. He's good stopping the run. He can go sideline to sideline. He can blitz. He can spy. And, man, he is really good in coverage.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Payne. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The offense changing the play. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. LSU is currently ahead in this one in Death Valley, but it's been a close one so far. They're up by 7 over ULM. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Touch pass on the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Finds his man. It's Sparks. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Arizona right back to the line.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around, and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude can throw it to a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The give to the lone running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Smith dropping to pass. He's got him. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that 1st down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Got his man. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Huskers in the hurry-up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Safe completion on the screen. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. The Cornhuskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. And the Huskers are moving quickly down the field. He'll pull it down. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at 2nd and short, 2nd and medium? Everything in the playbook is open to me.
Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. The Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's got it in, more than enough for a first down. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. The Cornhuskers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Looking for space, it's Parker. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere. They're able to make a big-time play.
To the air on 2nd down. Picked off to stop the threat. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The offense starts in the shadow of its own end zone. Pulls and fires complete. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Arizona in a hurry.
In offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Unloads it left. Got his man. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. The throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Getting closer and closer to midfield. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves.
There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play.
Let's go! Let's go!
The run from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Smith wants to throw. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down. Arizona runs out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to go in at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could...
Sprinting away! And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Nebraska! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the big...
Pulls it in down the sideline. He's loose down the left side. He's at the touchdown, Wildcats. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
And here's the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Caught over the middle. It's Parker. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Parker. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Brings up second down.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. He's going to run it. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on second and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. That's caught. It's Parker. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding. Offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The give on the inside. Inside the 45. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say this has been a fun watch so far in Tucson. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Arizona Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Arizona set to start this second half. They'll kick it off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Gets it past the marker. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to go up top on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Nebraska.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Flips it out on the screen. Turns it on in midfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Makes the catch. It's Mills. Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes. I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Trying to do it on the ground. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Love the call going RPO here on 4th and short. And how about the running back? This is a guy that gets the tough yards. He finds ways to get those hidden yards. He can push the pile, drive the legs. Showed you that right there.
Trying to get it in. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Husker! They say there's no more loyal fan base than the one at Nebraska. Well, this guy's becoming their hero with this performance.
And Nebraska fans have a special place in their heart for a quarterback that can run it, that can throw it, show you all the dimensions of their game because they've had so many great ones in the past. And this guy, he looks like the future.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Durant. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Smith dropping to pass. Makes the grab on the left.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Pulls it in. It's Vaughn. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29. And the Wildcats will hustle to the line. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got rid of it just in time. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
From the gun, the ground game. They make the tackle at the 33, and it is well short of the 1st down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. He'll take it on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the 2nd half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
The Huskers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Finding open areas. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the catch.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver on the middle of the field.
They'll run it from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Huskers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The Huskers want to pick up the tempo. Power ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Lining up for the PAT. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Durant. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Smith wants to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. So the touchdown will stand. Penalty on the defense waved off, and the points go on the board. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a winner in the battle of the Willamette Valley between Oregon and Oregon State. Oregon pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Ducks did. Regardless of the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Vaughn. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the 2nd half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass, it's Buck. Pocket breaking down. He'll pull it down and run.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that 1st down.
Arizona comes out with another 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And the misconnection on the 1st attempt. See if he gets a little looser.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Got his man. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Caught behind the line. It's Durant. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight. And rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Bringing the heat. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds, and incomplete.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Complete in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game, so maybe they can...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to be able to do it.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
I love the aggressive nature by the offense, trying to throw this in the end zone for a TD, but this is the risk when you drop your quarterback back close to the goal line.
Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. Looking downfield, it's Buck. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. It's good. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. And how about the day this freshman quarterback has had running the offense? And he's thrown it all over the place. Been a bit of a mismatch. Oh, he's got some space.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll go with a direct snap. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Got enough for the first. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Illegal blocking.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. The Cornhuskers have this offense rolling. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And they swarm him under.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
Back to pass on second down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He's got the back in the middle. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Trying to keep the drive alive. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37.
How about that? Fourth down, I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the first down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on fourth down. There's just nothing they can do to stop you.
And the Huskers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll leave it with him. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Bears the pressure. Snagged in the middle. It's Mills. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They've held the ball forever. Relentless drive, but what a win for the defense if they can force a field goal. Even with this lead, they'll throw again. Quick strike complete. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.